Friday, April 28th, noon o'clock. I'm taking the afternoon off, and we're gonna head down to the Newport Beach International Boat Show. So we'll see how this all turns out, but the loose plan is we're gonna be joined by David on sailing vessel Riff Raff, Hunter 310, Andy from sailing Soleil. His vessel name is sailing vessel Stoked on a Catalina 30, and Eddie from sailing vessel Jean Grey, a Catalina 27, is planning to come up tomorrow. So this might be like a mini Keeldragger Palooza. We're gonna do an official Keeldragger Palooza. Stay tuned for that, but we're gonna try and organize a big meetup for anybody that wants to come hang out somewhere at Catalina, probably June time frame, so stay tuned for that. Right now I'm seeing just about 15 knots of wind here in Hurricane Gulch, as we like to call it. We may see a little bit more. Visibility's been it's been something we've been keeping an eye on here, at least for the reports. Patchy dense fog, could be 1 mile or less visibility. As I'm looking around, I can see it out in the water, but it's cleared up here in the harbor. So we've got a good, I don't know, a few miles of visibility, at least from this perspective. I think we're out a little bit ahead of Riff Raff. They're going to be coming from right behind us here. Citizen Riff Raff's in the same basin, and he'll probably be hailing us in the next 10 minutes, something like that. So we'll see what David has to say. And then Andy is leaving Long Beach. He's probably departing around this time, I would suspect. He's going to get a little bit of a head start on us, but we'll catch him. Riff Raff, this is Keeldragger on 6'9"er.
Copy. Just departing my ship right now and make my way to the middle channel here.
Yeah, roger that. I'm in the basin right now, just a hair in front of you. I'm going to start rigging to get the sails up. Over.
Copy. I'll look for you.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Keeldragger standing by on 6'9"er. All right, quarter afternoon. Sails are up. We still need to put the Yankee out, but the staysail and the main are up. We are still in LA Harbor, so we're going to keep the engine idling. So we're sailing at about 4.9 knots right now, and I've got the engine's in neutral, so we're making decent speed. We'll keep the engine running until we clear the breakwaters here from LA Harbor. Just kind of a belts and suspenders safety thing, but it looks like we're going to be clear getting out. We just need to steer clear of this tall ship in front of us, this brig. I see a tanker way off in the distance. I don't know if it's anchored out there or not. We'll deal with that as we get outside the harbor. Right. We're coming up on the entrance to LA Harbor, or I should say the exit. And the only ship of concern is the USS Ike Turner. Sorry, the USS Irving Johnson sailing in. Other than that, looks pretty clear for us coming out, and visibility looks good. Cleared up a lot. Stoked, sailing vessel Keeldragger on 6'9"er.
Vessel Riff Raff, copy you, Keeldragger.
Hey Riff Raff, I was calling Andy on sailing vessel Stoked. See if he's on 6'9"er.
Copy. Sailing vessel Stoked, come in.
Sailing vessel Stoked, sailing vessel Stoked. This is sailing vessel Keeldragger on 1-6. Sailing vessel Stoked, sailing vessel Stoked. This is sailing vessel Keeldragger on 6'9"er. I've got a good copy on you, Stoked. Over.
Got a good copy on you, Mark.
Just exited Angel's Gate, getting ready to cut the engine, over.
Copy that. I'm not going through Queen's Gate because I'm leaving at the other end of the marina, or the harbor. But I'm probably, 5 minutes from being at the end of the harbor anyway.
All right, copy that. I've got sailing vessel Riff Raff right behind me, so we're rolling 2 deep, over. All right, I'm gonna have to check my waypoint here. How's this look? Looks like we'll need to go a couple degrees to starboard. There will be some anchored ships and stuff that we'll see ahead of us, but we're under sail. The engine's off. The Yankee sail is not up yet, so if we need to add a little bit more canvas, we'll see what kind of speed Riff Raff's getting here. If we need to put up more canvas, we will. At the moment, 6.1, 6.0, so somewhere in the high 5s, low 6s. I'll take it. We can do a little bit better with the Yankee out, but we'll see how Riff Raff does and catching up with us. Riff Raff, Keeldragger. Hey Riff Raff, what's your boat speed? Over.
Doing about 6.1 knots right now.
Okay, perfect. I'm doing about 5.8 or so. So I'll let you creep up, get close to me, and I can let some more sail out and see if we can sail in pace. Over.
Copy that.
All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Keeldragger standing by. Get a pretty good look at Long Beach from here. We're sailing by. Riff Raff still bearing down on us. They'll probably catch us in a few. So we're not too far offshore. We're doing almost a straight line. We're a little bit to starboard. But to port, we have 5 of these large super tankers. We're gonna stay clear of them. They're all at anchor. The starboard, we have some oil platforms. We're gonna cut through between the super tankers and the oil platforms. Then there's the string of buoys coming up. The Catalina Sea Ranch buoy, I believe, will stay on the outside of that one too. So we'll probably head up a few more degrees once we get a little closer to that. We'll see as we get in. Riff Raff still behind us, holding the zone. And we'll check in with Andy on sailing vessel Stoked, since he's probably about 5 miles south of us before we started. Guess they aren't all anchored. I like to double check things, so We just went a little to port here. Looks like the Pegasus Voyager is just getting underway. They're only going about 3 knots, so we're gonna sneak in behind the Pegasus Voyager. There's a big ship. A little closer look at the Pegasus Voyager heading out. Sailing vessel stoked, sailing vessel stoked, Keeldragger.
This is sailing vessel Stoked, come in.
Andy, what's your 20? Over.
I am crossing the Volta Chica River City right now. I can give you my coordinates. I think I see you guys on my aft quarter. Over.
Yeah, we just cutting past the stern of the Pegasus Voyager and the rest of the super tankers out here. Over.
Yeah, when I look off my aft quarter starboard side, I see a couple sailboats out there. I'm assuming that's you guys. Over.
It probably is. I see a sailboat over to port ahead of me. I was wondering if that was you. Over.
If you're the boat I'm looking at, it probably is. Over. I'm fairly close to shore, though. Over.
Yeah, copy that. I think I see it. What's your boat speed? Over.
Are you trying to see if we're racing or not? Over.
I'll let you know if we're racing, depending on who gets there first. Over.
I know your style. I know what you're saying. Current boat speed is 6 knots. Over.
All right, you're going faster than I am. I'm doing a little over 5.5. Over.
Same. It's variable between 5 and 6. I mean, most of the time it's about 5.5. Over.
Yeah, copy that. I'm still just rolling with main and staysail. I haven't put the Yankee up. Trying to see if I can pace well with Riff Raff here. Over.
Copy that. Yeah, I kind of figured that was what you were doing also, because you know, I know you'd be faster than both of us if you wanted to be. But yeah, right on, bro. Over.
So depending on who gets there first, I guess we'll scout out the main cruising anchorage off of Lido first and see if we've got room there. So you make it there before us. Hail us when you get in. Over.
That is my plan. Copy that. And Stoked out.
Keeldragger out. All right. 2:15. We got a couple of hours, I think, till we're at Newport Light. It's on Newport Beach. Kind of off of, what is this, Huntington Beach here, Bolsa Chica, something like that. We're kind of off of Huntington. Another 10 miles or so. We'll have to turn to port. We're going to stay offshore a little bit. We'll see how David does. Keeping up now that we've got the Yankee out. Feels like we're starting to pick up a little bit of speed. If I came up a little bit, we probably pick up another knot. We were running about 14 knots apparent wind. You can barely feel it. Super comfortable out here. 3 p.m. We've got just a hair under 6 nautical miles to Newport Beach buoy. I think way out there. I see a couple sailboats. One of those is probably stoked. Riff Raff is still in pursuit. We've slowed down just a hair. True wind's down to 10.6 knots. We're making about 4.6 knots speed over ground at the moment. So that'll take us another hour and 15 minutes, give or take, to get to the buoy. Then we'll have to motor in and check and see if there's any vacancy there at the anchorage. Riff Raff, Keeldragger. about 4 miles out from the buoy outside Newport. When I get down to about 3 miles, I'm probably going to go ahead and start up the engine and motor in the last 3 miles. Over.
Over, copy. Probably go do the same too, so.
Yeah, roger that. Just wanted to give you a heads up because I'll probably be picking up a little bit of speed here pretty soon. Over.
Copy. Monitoring 69.
Keeldragger standing by on 6-9er. 3:45. We've got about 2.75 nautical miles to the Newport Beach buoy. We can see Riff Raff behind us. So main is still up, but we're under power, and we will stay under power till we get the hook set. Newport Beach light. So we're just outside the entrance. We'll have a look on the port side. See the green marker, and then in the distance the red one. We'll put the red to the right on our return. About 4:30. Just got the scouting report from svStoked, who's a little ahead of us. Says the primary cruiser's anchorage off of Lido is open, so that's good. I was worried we were all going to get here and not have a place to land, so that's exciting. He's going to go on forward to check and see if the turning basin's open, and if we can squeeze in up there, we'll head to the turning basin and anchor closer to the boat show and all the action. The ferry on Balboa Island. Yeah, I've got there's more room to my starboard. Over.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I'll go to your starboard. Over.
Yeah, copy that. We'll have no problems getting 3 boats in here. Over.
Copy, copy. Stoked out.
Riff Raff, you'll see me just on the port side as you go through the channel. Should be pretty obvious. Over.
Copy.
All right, Keeldragger standing by on 6-9er. Look at all these peeps creeping up in my anchorage. There's svStoked. He's fighting with these little dinghies here for a spot. All right, here's Andy in turbo mode. Ran to the foredeck. He's getting ready to drop the anchor. Just had a visit from the harbor department. So the harbor department peeps here are super friendly, super nice. So we got a little bit of advice on where we can dock tomorrow to get to the boat show, and then we're still out here watching the dinghies go by and race. Looks like a lot of fun. And Stoked is up there still messing around with the anchor situation. I think he's good. Somewhere we're looking for Riff Raff. Here's David on svRiff Raff coming in. Captain's Hour. I think we got our ride. Bring a couple beers with us. All right, man.
I know.
Captain's Hour, you're missing it. This is the best with Riff Raff right in the middle of the dinghy race.
I was right on him. I pulled up. I was like, hey, am I cool here? And she's like, you're fine. Like, I gotta do something. I gotta anchor here.
Looks like a serious operation. All right, good times on sailing vessel Riff Raff. So, just back from Captain's Hours. It gets cold out quickly when the sun goes down, so being out with shorts, no socks or shoes on, I was kind of freezing to death. So, I'm gonna run the diesel heater a little bit and get ready for, it was about 8:39, so it's almost cruiser's midnight. And we'll warm things up a little bit before we crash.